What's up there, gang? How you doing? I'm Joe Cipriano, and welcome to our free 1 hour Find Your Promo Mojo um, seminar. Hope you're having a good day today. It's 11 a.m. here on the West Coast, and we're waiting for folks to come in. I see some comments are already come in. Hey, everybody. Oh, yes. Tony Jackson, Morgan Evans, Mike Lynch, Jane, Beverly, David, Isabella. A good group there. How you doing, John? John Grace. Today, what I'm going to do is this is kind of like an introduction to what we do in our promo master classes. And I do a number of different types of master classes and Find Your Promo Mojo um, uh, online courses. And we'll talk about all that in a little bit. But today, what we're going to concentrate on is the three different types of promos that you'll encounter. I always like when I'm doing especially a master class, my intent is for everyone to be completely prepared for any session that comes their way when they're booked to do promos. And we're going to talk about those three different styles that come in. We'll read to them. We'll bring some people up to read. And we'll have a discussion about it. You can ask questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to go through them and find them, because it looks like we've got a real nice, hi, Stefan. We have a real nice turnout. It's great to see everybody. And Chris Adams just came in. Jim Frank. Hi, everybody. Looking good. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was the comedy promo voice of the Fox network for, 22, 23 years. Also, about 5 years into that, I was lucky enough to be brought on as the comedy voice of the CBS network. And that's something, the reasoning for that, and it's very unusual to be voicing promos for two networks, especially at a time when there was a comedy voice that did all of the comedies on both networks. And I was lucky enough to have that position. And people like Don LaFontaine, who were doing the dramas at Fox. Don and I worked at Fox for years, and also over at CBS, and a number of other people. Ben Patrick Johnson, Ashton Smith, Scott Rummel. It just goes, Peter Cullen over at Fox. It just goes on and on. So I did Fox, I did CBS also for about 20 years, did a couple of years at NBC as their drama voice. That was a big surprise. I had heard through a friend of mine, George DeLoyo, who's a voiceover artist, that NBC was looking for a drama voice. And I thought, I'll put together a demo, and send it in. And I was lucky enough to score that. So I did that for a couple of years, which was really fun. It really stretched me and got me to try different things. I was so used to doing the comedy thing. But doing that drama really, really added such another dimension to what I was able to do. And I do game shows, radio imaging. I do America's Got Talent right now. Just wrapped up a couple of years ago with Jane Lynch on her show, which was so fun. But it all adds up into a career, and I've been lucky along the way. Some people don't like to use the word luck, but I think that it's absolutely true. I mean, what happens is, if you're lucky enough to get the opportunity, you have to be prepared for it. And that's when, the preparation and the luck meet, and boom, that spark happens and something wonderful happens. So that's what I try to do with, people that are in my promo classes and promo master classes. It's all about preparation. So I'm going to move into talking about these different promo styles. There are three different promo styles, and let me see if I can bring this up and add it to the stream. Here we go. I'll make this full. There's session type 1, promo session type 2, and promo session type 3. So the deal with that is promo session type 1 is when the spot itself is not cut, but they have the script ready to go. And there's a number of reasons that you'll encounter that. Usually it's because there were some time restraints. They haven't been able to get in the video from the show, perhaps, but they know that they're premiering and they've written a great script and they've decided they're going to send it out to the voice, let the voice do the script, and then we'll cut the spot to that. So the secret of for us as the voiceover people on the promo for that type of situation, we're going to be doing a script and reading it for speed. So in other words, we're going to give them ABCs for speed on each line in the script so that they have a number of options when they go to cut the spot. So if we have a top line that read comfortably is about 5.2 seconds, you'll give them a B read that would be maybe 4.9 seconds and a C read 4.6 seconds or even faster. I have found that with promo, don't slough off on the fast reads because oftentimes the fast read is used because there's just no time in the promo. And so you pay real close attention to that and do those fast reads as best you can. So that's promo session type 1. The spot is not cut, but you're going to be reading the script. Could be directed or not directed. Either way, you're going to be reading each line at different speeds. Session number 2, the spot is cut and ready to go. The script is ready, but they don't have the facilities to play the spot for you while you're reading, which is what promo session type number 3 is, which is what we do in network promo. We read to the promo itself, either in studio where you're actually getting to see the video, or at home if you're on IPDTL or if you're on Source Connect or whatever. You hear the promo and you're doing it in real time. But in session type number 2, which we'll look at and we'll read scripts and take a look at what that's all about, the writer producer will send you the script along with the spot that is cut, and it will have her or his scratch read in it. So you'll get to preview the spot, listen to the spot, watch the spot, get the intent of what the writer producer is going for with their presentation in their scratch read. And most importantly, you go through the spot a few times and you time it and you time those holes. And we'll talk about that, and we'll actually do that today. The cool thing about number 2, session number 2, is that you'll also get to hear the music. And I think music is so very important in, telling us where we need to go with energy and intent. What kind of a spot it is. Is it energetic? Is it laid back? Is it soft and mellow? All these different things. And the music really determines that, at least for me. So that's promo session type 2. The third one, which we alluded to, is really what you do mostly with network promos. And in that situation, the voice is the last thing to go in. So the writer producer has viewed the show, has come up with a concept and how they're going to market the show. They'll cut a spot. If it's a comedy, they're looking for the best jokes. If it's a drama, they're looking for something that will entice people to watch this show, some mystery or dramatic images or, storyline. And they'll cut the spot, they'll read their scratch in it, and then they'll send it to the head of marketing or heads of marketing to take a look at it. They'll come back with notes, maybe make some changes. I don't like the second joke that you used. Can you find another one? How about setting it up a little bit differently? Whatever it is. And writer producer goes back, does a recut with their own voice once again. Finally, it's approved to go into the audio room. Voiceover talent is booked, and you either connect on, nobody's on ISDN anymore, but there are a few, or IPDTL or Source Connect or whatever. And you'll connect with the studio, say your hellos. The room producer or the post-production supervisor will say, did you get the script? No, I didn't get the script. Oh, okay. Sorry, we were busy. We were reading somebody else. Here's the script. And this is how quick this all happens in promo. You kind of look at the script very quickly to see, what's going on. And then they say, you're ready, and off you go. You'll hear 3 beeps. And on the imaginary 4th beep, that's when you'll read the spot. So those are the 3 different types of sessions that you'll encounter. And somebody just asked, what is the difference between a comedy promo and a drama? It's just that it's a promo that is promoting a comedy show or a drama. So that would be the difference. The lengths of spots of promos can be 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 15, 10. They will do a complement of different lengths so that it can be used on the air, dependent upon how much time is sold, how much time is available for promoting the network. And then they'll go and use either one of the available lengths. Let's see here. I'm looking for other questions. Your voice fits any genre, I feel. Love the new political. Well, thank you very much. Thanks. That's not exactly the question, I guess. Hello from Television City, Amy Dowering, ladies and gentlemen, who is a post-production supervisor. Amy is one of the many wonderful people who you will hear on the other end of your IPDTL or Source Connect connection, and will direct you in the session. And, somebody like Amy is, and I've known Amy for a long time. We worked together at Fox before working together at CBS. It's a very busy atmosphere. I mean, they have voiceover people booked. Could be every 15 minutes, could be every 30 minutes. You're reading, and then you start mixing the spot. Maybe you can't get through the whole spot mixing it because you have another read coming in. That announcer or voiceover person connects, and and then you're reading again. So it's a high pressure, very energetic atmosphere. A lot of fun. Of course, there can be stress to it. I always felt as a voiceover person, and I pass this on to you as well. Try to be kind of like somebody who's not going to make them stress, because they've got enough of that. I try to be, try to bring a smile to their face and have a little bit of fun. And that's, I think if you can do the job, well, let's put it this way: if you can get the job and you can do the job well, and you're easy to work with, you're easily directed, well, you got it going. So now let's see here. Let's take a look at promo session number 1. Okay, let's see if I have a spot that I can bring in. Okay, cool. All right, this is good. So this is a spot for Outdoor Channel, which I do some work for. Now, this would be an example of promo style number 1. The spot is not cut yet, but they need to get the script written. And usually there would be some direction on it. And, you have to rely on what the specs are that come with the script, because we have no music to tell us what's going on. We only have the words on the page to kind of tell the story, along with the spec from the writer producer who says we're looking for a dramatic read or an up-tempo read, maybe a little gritty, something along those lines. So when you're reading this, and I'll read through it, on Friday nights, adventure has no limits as we take you into the wild. Extraordinary lives, unforgettable stories. Adventure awaits next Friday from 8 to 10 Eastern on Outdoor. Okay, so I always like to read through it, get an idea of what's going on, and then take it line by line and give it to them with different timings. So I might say something like, on Friday nights, there's not much you can do with that. I mean, on Friday nights, it's going to be, let's check it out. On Friday nights, I mean, it's a second. You can give them a super fast on Friday nights, 0.9, and maybe one more super, super fast on Friday nights, 0.78. Adventure has no limits. This is the top line there is kind of like the marketing, the setup. Okay, the show's going to be, maybe it's premiering, and it'll be a new show that will be on their slate on Friday nights. Okay, we got that out, that it's on Friday nights. Now we're going to get into telling the story. Adventure has no limits, 2.1. Adventure has no limits, 1.9. Adventure has no limits, 1.6. So you gave them those three different timings, and that gives them all sorts of options when they go into cut the spot. And they can mix and match, depending on what their visuals are and what the sound on tape, the SOTs, that would be the dialogue from the show that is in the promo. That'll come up. For example, on Friday nights, there might be dialogue that comes up there. Adventure has no limits. Could be a visual of, something out in the wild, whatever, the show is about. And it then also could be a dialogue from the show. And a lot of times it's like, okay, after they cut it and they put it all together, and they realize, you know what, I need a little bit more time for unforgettable stories, and into adventure waits there in the script. So let me go back. I'm going to edit it down a little bit. I'm going to take a second out there. So let me go back into the reads that Joe did, and let's choose, B, which is a little bit faster. Slot that in, tighten that up. Go back down. Did it open up enough room for what I need down there? And it's that kind of a thing. I was told by a writer producer recently that a lot of times when they get the reads back, it kind of inspires them with the choice of music, depending on where you were and what your perspective was and what you chose to do with the story and how you're going to tell this story. They get their inspiration to say, I was going to use this music, but you know what? With this read, I think this is going to be so much better. They go in, they try it, they bring in the read, they continue their cut, and that's really, I think, probably a little bit more creative situation of the three types of promos for the editor, the writer producer. Sometimes a writer producer works with an editor. Usually these days, the writer producer is what they call a predator, a promo editor and producer. But they can, it's a more creative kind of atmosphere depending upon what the read is, inspires them to try different things. So that is promo style number 1. And I have someone that is sitting in the, he's backstage right now, and we're going to bring him out.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh my gosh, it's Jack Daniel. Jack, for some reason, I'm coming back to me. Is there a way that you can stop that from happening? And if not, I will just mute myself when you're talking.
I don't hear that, so I don't know how I would do that. I'm wearing closed headphones, so I don't think it's like, is it in fact my headphones that's doing it?
No, it's not. It's actually I'm being bussed back. I think you found how to get your microphone working.
did.
And now that you've done
There's
that,
another issue.
yeah.
That's wonderful.
Now that we've done that, we're getting the track back again.
Is that changing anything?
Yeah. Jim Frank just said, let me show you this. Crazy feedback.
All right, then. You know what I could do, Joe, is just go off this mic and just use the internal microphone.
Okay.
Is that better?
That's good.
Let's do that.
Do you need me to take you down for a second?
No, it won't.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah. Sorry,
By the way,
guys.
Maurice Scott says,
Jack! Hey, Maurice. I love Maurice.
Heather Foster says,
Jack! Heather, I can take her leave. I'm kidding, Heather. I'm kidding.
Says, reverb.
Yeah, but isn't that what we want these days? Is reverb?
Oh,
and all
there
kinds
you
of
go.
effects? How's that? Is that better?
Done, Jack. No,
All right,
no
I'll
more
just take
reverb.
that mic off.
Joe is. I'm not. Joe is. I don't know what that means. What does Mike Lynch says? Joe is. Jack's okay.
You actually exist. I kind of exist, I guess, is what he's saying.
How are you, Jack?
I'm great, Joe.
Thank you for coming on.
I'm so glad to be here. You know what, Joe? This reminds me. I hope it will remind you too.
Okay.
Of one of the first times you and I ever worked together was I took a class. Well, we did the promo masters class, of course, and that was a big launching pad for my career.
Oh,
but also you'll remember we did you helped me with a coaching.
Career
counseling.
Yeah.
And we were in a situation just like this. We were talking to each other, and you were helping me read to time and all that. So I guess I owe you something.
Cool. Well, yeah, I invoiced you several times. Yes, you do owe me something.
Yeah, you're supposed to be getting that 10%. So I'm hoping it's arriving in a timely manner.
Jack, you are going to be doing promo style number 2.
Okay.
How about that?
I like it. 2 is a good number.
Yeah. 1 is the loneliest number.
That's true.
Yeah. So I've got a script up here.
Okay.
Now, recapping what promo style number 2 is, the spot is cut, okay? And the writer-producer is able to send you the spot so that you can review it. It'll have her or his scratch track in it. And I think but they don't have the facility for you to read to the spot, which we would do in promo style number 3, right? Would be at the network level. And by the way, just to backtrack a bit, style number 1 that we were doing, and you do trailers, that's pretty much how you record trailers, isn't it?
Almost all trailer work is done asynchronously, where they'll just send you the script and you'll give them speeds back. Occasionally they'll be on with you and they'll take the reads and you'll send them a whole big file of everything you've done.
Right, exactly. So you'll do ABCs for speed for that.
Oh yeah, ABCs. And then actually one of the things I've been seeing a lot lately in both mostly trailer but also with promo is they're adding and also one crazy fast.
Oh,
so how you were saying fast? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because oftentimes the crazy fast is what they
all they have time for.
Yeah. How fast can you say rated PG-13?
Rated PG-13.
Okay, back to promo style number 2 here. So they have the spot. They send it to you. You can review it. We'll talk about this. I like to go in and view the spot. Just watch it once, okay, and just get the feel of it and what's going on. And I'm paying close attention to the music because I think that really demands what the read should be.
You tell me that. Yep.
Yeah, and also what the whoever's doing the scratch, it's usually the writer-producer and what the writer-producer did in the scratch. And then ultimately the timings. And we'll talk about, there are a couple of different ways that you can do that. But how about if we take a look at the spot that was sent to us? So this is the rough with the scratch. And when I say rough, the spot is locked. Okay, so this is going to be the spot. It's been approved and it's ready to go. Now we just have to get the VO in it. So let's take a look at it and see what we've got here.
Too late to change his ways.
Hard work and long days. That's the real cowboy life. Saddle up with Outdoor Channel and meet the dedicated people who keep the nation fed.
One more dollar, one more day, I will never get away.
Ranch America premieres March 6th at 9:30.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. I mean, that gives us a real feel of it. Now, what they also did is they included a pretty good amount of direction here. The reed needs to be a bit dry and dusty sounding, but not an overly twang-filled cowboy caricature. Okay, so they're looking for, I would say they're looking for nuance, right? They want that feel, and then you know, they offered whether we wanted to hook up and do it and direct, or you can do it on your own. Okay.
Copy.
So let me bring up the script again here. So I would go in and start kind of timing the holes.
Yeah.
And let me just do that on this top block here and get a timing for you.
Too late to change his ways.
Hard work and long days. That's the real cowboy life.
Okay. I got about 4.6. Did you time it?
4.7. Yeah.
4.7.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Now, you know what? I know you work a little bit differently. I mean, this is the way that I would work. And I would go down, okay, it's 4.7 for that. Whatever the next one is, I'll get a timing for that. And whatever the tag is. Tags are usually about 3.5 or less. I know you have another way that you do it.
Yeah, a lot of times, and I usually use this technique for longer form stuff, where I have to meet, you know, already timed out stuff that I actually have second timings for. But I'll actually take the video that they send, convert it to an MP3, and then drop that MP3 into my DAW, my workspace, my the software I use to edit.
Record. Yeah.
And then I can actually look down and see where, you know, the speech comes in, what the holes are. And then I know for a fact whether my timings fit those.
Yeah, that's good. So you're talking about like two separate tracks. You'll have the track of the scratch will be either below or above you, and where you're recording, you record yourself, and you can see if it's matching up with the
Absolutely.
link. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All
For
right.
something this short, I probably wouldn't do that. No, I just timed it out. And like, for instance, That's the Real Cowboy Life. I got it about 1.4. Saddle Up, and that line was about 2.3. So I've got a pretty good idea of what that is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So how would you attack this now? Are you going to do a top to bottom, or are you going to take it a piece at a time?
Well, I mean, I do like to go top to bottom because I do feel it lets the read hang together best.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I recognize that in real life, if you're recording with a producer or predator or whatever, you're probably going to attack it piecemeal, at least some of the time. But if I'm doing this at home and I've got the video, I'm probably going to try to do T to B for most of the reads to make sure that everything really does hang together and is of a piece. And what I'm going to do is just listen. So I hear hard work and long days. Okay, I've got that timing in my head. I don't need to actually have seconds out. And then he says, that's the real cowboy life. I don't think I need that. However, Joe, when we get to Saddle Up with Outdoor Channel and meet the dedicate, when we get to that line, I want to make sure I'm going to hit that timing because there's not as much leeway. I don't want to screw that up. So I'll actually have it down as 2.3. I mean, that was just a kind of a quick, as we were going, estimate. I'd probably figure out what that timing actually is. And then I can have my phone up with me. It's silent for one thing. You had that awesome stopwatch, but I don't have one of those. So this is silent. So I can
totally old school, man.
Nothing wrong with that. So I can just hit this and sorry. So I'm actually hitting that and it's timing it as I'm saying the line.
Right.
And that's when I know, okay, I was on.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you want to give it a go?
Yeah. So here we go. I'll tell you what. Let me hear that Saddle Up with the Outdoor Channel line one more time.
Too late to change his ways.
Hard work and long days. That's the real cowboy life. Saddle up with Outdoor Channel and meet the dedicated people who keep the nation fed.
One more dollar, one more day, I will never get away.
Ranch America premieres March 6th at 9:30.
Awesome. So what I've taken from that is that I don't have to rush at all, which is a real luxury in this business. Usually we're being asked to do faster.
Yeah.
I have a lot of time, and because I'm doing this, I'm not actually doing it being recorded to the spot. I can do it in my own time. I can pause. I can reset between lines. I don't have to honor those holes, in between.
Right.
So
right. It doesn't have to be linear with the spot. You can take your time in between, and you can go in later, and you probably do maybe edit out some things and move.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I have the music in my head. I've got the feel. I've got the images. So I'm going to try not to do it corny because they want the feel, but not too much. So
Okay.
hard work and long days. That's the real cowboy life. Saddle up with Outdoor Channel and meet the dedicated people who keep the nation fed. Ranch America premieres March 6th at 9:30.
Nice. Very nice. Excellent. I love it. The only thing that if I were directing it, I would say that's a great, a nice low key, and it matches the music. I would just inch up the energy just a touch,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and try another.
Hard work and long days. That's the real cowboy life. Saddle up with Outdoor Channel and meet the dedicated people who keep the nation fed. Ranch America premieres March 6th at 9:30.
Beautiful. Love it. I love it. It's interesting. It's always good to really pay attention, not only to the direction, but in looking at that top block there, that's the real cowboy life. You can see that they put real, they italicized it to give it some sort of and you did. Yeah, you gave it something there. Very nice.
Some emphasis.
Yeah. on the correct syllable.
Exactly.
So actually, I did this spot.
Oh, can we hear it?
I think I prefer your read. Here's this is the final that went to air.
Too late to change his ways.
Hard work and long days. That's the real cowboy life. Saddle up with Outdoor Channel and meet the dedicated people who keep the nation fed. Ranch America premieres March 6th at 9:30.
I don't know, Joe. I think I just hired you over me. Sorry.
I think I a little overdone on the Ranch America, but
Yeah, but that's what they want, right?
yeah.
So,
That's
You know what?
it's good. Yeah.
The thing about you that
The thing about you,
the thing about you, Joe, is that no matter what read you do, it's a comedy read or a promo read, and believe me, people, he's not asking to say this, is that you bring a kind of electric joy to everything, whether it's a drama or whatever. It makes everything seem really important. And that's just a quality some people have. So
wow.
I hate you.
Thank you. Hey, don't go away. We're going to say goodbye to you in a second, but we're bringing in Isa Lopez.
Hey there.
Hi, Isa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm definitely better now than in an hour from now when I'll be in the dental chair. So yay.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I'm honored to be here. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, we don't want to look like Gumby, so we got to do it.
So what you're saying is that doing this is much better than pulling teeth.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. Do you know Jack?
I know Jack through social media and as far as like personally, no, but yeah, I know we know each other,
We're best friends, actually. Yes.
Yeah, that's the beauty of social media, right? You get to pay attention to the people that you enjoy their work and you watch them and learn and
Yeah, it's so true. It's something that I think we all talk about. The voiceover community is something that is very special and very supportive. No matter what, people that are coming up, people that are working daily, always supportive of of other people in the community.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well, good. Jack, thank you so much. We're gonna kick you to the curb.
We're bringing in the real talent now. All right.
No.
Enjoy yourself.
My God, no.
Thanks for helping with promo style number 2. That was great.
Truly my pleasure.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Good to see you, Jack.
Yeah, I'll be listening.
Talk soon.
All right, man.
Bye now. There we go. Isa was in my voiceover Atlanta X session.
Yes.
We did 3 hours together, and it was great. We had really good people in the class, you being one of them, Isa. So
lots of lawyers. I was so surprised.
I know.
I was like, wow. No, but it goes to show, you may look, especially in social media these days, you may look, at people and you think that they're doing it up and with all these big jobs. And at the end of the day, they may want to do what you are doing.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. You don't know how many times people say, am I too old to start?
Oh, man.
But you know what? I mean, you jump in
No.
when you can,
That's right.
And yeah, I mean, listen, things happen in life, I think, at the right time, when you're ready for it. So you are going to be helping me with promo style number 3, which we did also in the in person at VO Atlanta. So this is when we're the last to go in. Okay. This is my preference. This is my favorite. I love doing promos. And I can tell from your reads, Isa, you love doing promos.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Reading to a promo is just, well, I mean, let's just say it's fun. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blast, and it's extremely creative. It's fast paced. When you hook up with the network and you say your hellos and all of that, what they really want is, okay, let's get to work.
That's
and
right.
do your first read. And, you haven't even seen the spot before. Maybe they'll play it for you once, and then you go in and you do the read. And, you're fairly close. And the direction a lot of times that you'll get from the post-production supervisor or the room producer is about timing. I call it the soul clock. It's feeling where, how long it is the whole, and how to fit into that that space, that's the territory, the real estate that's between the SOTs, the sound on tape, and feeling that, and being able to shave off 10 frames. There are 30 frames in a second, and being able to do that third of a second and understand what that is, and it's a learned skill, and it's an art.
It
and
is.
it's not so necessary, I mean, critical, let's put it that way, as it used to be, because when we were reading to analog back in the days of Don LaFontaine and all of that, they really couldn't squeeze you, and
I was going to say, how was that different? Because I didn't understand what you said, but you're explaining it. So now it's different. Okay.
You have to, you had to hit the timing, and there was no, okay, well,
like a song.
It's
like
such
singing a
good
song.
read.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that reading a promo is musical, and there's a rhythm to it, and it's great. It's really wonderful. So we're going to bring up the script here.
Okay.
So you're going to be reading. This is the CBS spot, and it's Bob Hart's Abishola. And let me. I'm going to pull out here this so that we can see the bottom of the script. There we go. And so that's the script. You would have hooked up, Isa, with the network, and hopefully they had sent you the script at least 5 minutes before the
I was
session.
going to say, when do they do this? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually about 5 minutes before the session. But
Lovely.
sometimes if they have more time, and the reason is they're so busy, and they're reading somebody else, before that, and then it's coming up to you're at 11:45, and it's like, oh God, I gotta get the script out to Isa. She's going to be connecting.
Right.
So sometimes you don't get the script until after you connect. And you have your chance to take a look at it and go through it, and then they'll say, would you like us to play the spot for you so you can get a feel for it? And I think that's a great way to go.
I was gonna say, do you say yes to that, Joe?
I
Like,
do.
okay.
And sometimes if the scratch is in it, the scratch read, it gives you a little bit more information of what the writer producer was going for. I mean, listen, they're not professional voiceover folk, but they wrote the script and they have a certain intent for what they wrote, and maybe you can pick up on that, from them. So, how about if we play it down?
Okay.
And we'll take a look and a listen.
Okay.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah. Ooh, no.
Where are you from?
Toronto.
Hey, where's their Canadian accent, E? I apologize for saying E.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Yep. So you from that, do you have any questions? They
I
might ask.
don't, because
Yeah.
I did your class, and so being in person, I was able to see all the other people go before me, and then wasn't put on the pressure like the first person was. But yeah, I kind of know how this flows now.
Great.
Yep.
Okay. You have the script in
I
front
do.
of
It's
you.
in front of my face.
Okay. Now I'll just say to everybody, there's delay because of I'm sending the spot to Issa. Issa's reading to it and sending it back. We have something that we do in network promo that I'll tell you about that in a little bit that gets rid of that issue. So your read might be just a little bit late, but I'm sure you'll do a great job on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This will be your first take, Issa.
Okay.
And after the beeps, it's all you.
You know who loves Bob Hart Abishola?
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Everyone
Ooh, no.
from everywhere.
Where are you from?
Toronto.
Hey, where's their Canadian accent, E? I apologize for saying E.
A new Bob Hart Abishola, Monday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Wow. Everybody in the audience, please stand up.
Oh, jeez. I did mess up. I said Bob Hart and not Hartz on the first sentence.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
It was an excellent read. I love it. I love your energy. I love, your interpretation of it. Listen, I think that if you were in session, pretty much the post-production supervisor would say, wow, a great read. How about, so that was, what was the tag on that one? I don't have it in front of me. It was Monday. So that was a Monday spot. So
I was going to say, I don't know what was the tag means. So I'm learning something. That
sorry.
means
Yes.
what?
The tag is what happens at the end of the, in fact, let me bring this up.
That's good to know.
Yes, it is
Okay.
good to know. Here, let me show
So the
you.
tag is the identification. It's
Yeah.
basically this for Monday. Okay.
It comes in right here.
Okay.
Okay. So right after the SOT, there's laughter. And then this is called the back plate. Okay. The back plate has the title of the show and the marketing. It's new Monday at 8:30, 7:30 Central, CBS, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
So that is that's the tag. So what'll happen, Issa, is you might be doing several tags. So they might want you to do the tomorrow tag. They might want you to do the tonight tag.
Mm-hmm.
They might even have you do a next Monday tag.
On next Monday. That makes
which
sense.
would be this spot running at the end of the show just ran, and now this spot is promoting what's coming up next week. Okay.
Got you.
You did an absolutely fantastic job, but I'm going to have you read it again just because it's fun.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
You know who loves Bob Hart's Abishola?
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Everyone
Ooh, no.
from everywhere.
Where are you from?
Toronto.
Hey, where's their Canadian accent, E? I apologize for saying E.
A new Bob Hart's Abishola, Monday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Absolutely fantastic.
Send the check. Send the check.
fantastic. Here, take a look at what people are saying. Joyce Ann
Oh,
Gray
that's
Carter,
cool.
fabulous pacing and energy.
Cool.
You get this from Mike.
All right.
I love this. Andia. Hi, Andia. She can hear the smile.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's great. What is Johnny's? Tony Jackson says spot on.
Thank
Johnny
you.
says nailed it. Tina Perkins says amazing.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Great job, Isa.
No
Nice.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna be working on a brand new promo demo.
I'm
I
so
think
excited in both languages. I'm so excited.
that is awesome. That
Yeah.
is,
But
and
I just want to make a point, to anybody who's starting out and watching this, session. I've been doing this for 23 years, and I'm just now doing a promo demo. And my reasonings is because it is an art, and there is rules to this, and you only get one shot with these people in the industry. And so I wanted to do it correctly and be ready. So
wow, yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell you, you're ready. So.
thank you. Thank you.
And it's also timing is everything. Besides using your soul clock, just the timing of doing this. It was years and years where it was all male voices, and
That's right.
finally it has changed. And I have to say, the networks are looking for diversity, but they're looking
Yes.
for more women. It's so good because it's finally mirroring what pop culture is and what's going on in the world.
That's
So,
right. That's
good
right.
timing.
Yeah,
Good.
that's right.
Yeah. Well, Isa, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye, guys.
You are awesome. And
Off to the dental appointment.
yeah, good luck with that.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right. We'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. How cool is that, huh? Wow. Oh, look at this. Eric George says, Isa, you are so ready. Awesome energy from a LinkedIn user. So listen, we got about 10 minutes left. And again, what I want to do, what I try to do with the promo classes that I do is to get you ready, for anything that will come your way when you get booked for a promo session, so that there are no surprises, So I enjoy doing these free seminars. I love doing them. I think it's fun. I'd like to get the information out there. I like people who don't do promos to see what promos are all about and how they're done, and that there are different styles. And I'm talking about session styles. Of course, obviously, there are different styles: drama and reality, and comedy and dramedy, and so many different types of genres within the promo genre. And there's room for everyone. And as I said, the networks, the streamers, cable, they are looking for new voices. They want diversity. And it's like, wow, finally, this has come our way. So it's really a great time to get into promo. I talked about the 3-hour class that I do. I do those every once in a while. That's an online class, and it goes for 3 hours. We do what we did here, only everybody gets to read, and it's a lot more intense. Plus, I bring in people who work in the industry. So I have a writer producer who will speak to the class and talk about that promo style, number one, and number two, why it happens, what's happening on the other side. What is the writer producer looking for in your presentation and what you're going to do? And then also, I'll talk to bring in someone who will who works as a room producer, and to give everyone the information of exactly what happens when you connect to the network, step by step, what's expected of you, what's going to be coming your way, because I think that's so important. It can be a little nerve-wracking if you're doing this for the first time, but if you have somebody who walks you through it and says, okay, here's what's going to happen. It's going to go like this, 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 this. You have all the information that's necessary. So I'll be doing more of those classes, those 3-hour classes online. I usually do them on Saturdays. If anybody's interested in getting information about those types of classes, just drop me a note at hellojoe@joecipriano.com, and we'll put you on the list for when we announce the next one. And that'll go out to you. It's hellojoe@joecipriano.com. Going to continue to do these free ones. I did one on Clubhouse last month. That was really fun. Like to do another one there. I love doing them here as well. And also in the fall, I'm going to be doing an in-person promo masterclass. This is the big one that will be here in Hollywood. It'll be an all-day event. We usually break for lunch. All of us have lunch together. We'll go out and do dinner. I bring in to the class people who are working in the industry, people who are hiring voiceover talent, and you get to work with them. They direct you. You get to begin a relationship. And that is a word that I use over and over and over again in voiceover. It's all about relationships. And, it's a great opportunity to begin a relationship with these people who work in the industry. I think that's going to come up in the fall. I'm looking at maybe September. And if you're coming in from out of town, we do the whole thing. We come up with promo codes for discounts on the hotel stay, and it's a fun weekend. We'll have a great time. If you're interested in those, the in-person ones where you would come to Hollywood, you can drop a note to Denise at promomasterclass.com, and we'll put you on the list for those. We're right now planning this next one. I'm actually going to the venue, which is the coolest venue in Hollywood, I think. I'm going to be talking to them this week. So if you're interested in just getting information of when that's announced, just drop a line to Denise at promomasterclass.com. So let's see here. Let's see what we have in questions. Taking your classes, Terry, gave me great insights into the promo genre that I'll take into my coaching sessions. Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, actually, we're just getting salutations here. Thanks for giving up this hour of your time. Thanks so much. Cool. Well, thank you. God, guys, you are awesome. I did a workshop with Jared Cohen, Universal Kids Nick Jr., and I can't wait to dive into more promo. We'll definitely look into working with you, Joe. Thanks for that. Awesome. Let's see here. Frank says, I'm heading to Hollywood, baby. Frank was in our 3-hour class that we did not too long ago, just last weekend, in fact. Looking forward to your presentation at Sovis in December. Thanks, Jeff. You know what? That reminds me, we're doing a mastery class, is what they call them, at Mavo, the Mid-Atlantic voiceover. That's in November in Washington, D.C. area. They actually do it at a hotel at Dulles Airport, and that's going to be happening in November. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see this. I'll say it again. Thank you for taking the time. This is just a wonderful event. Germany. Wow, Eric, that's awesome. Oh, here we go. I think we have a question from Joyce Ann Gray. Are you concerned about the use of AI replacing voiceover artists? You know what? How about can you find a hotter topic? I mean, good grief. Listen, I'm not into fear. Okay. I mean, that's where I go. And Joyce, I don't think that you're not asking that, but I think that a lot of things surrounding it are fear-based. Okay. I always try to look at the positives. I mean, listen, one positive is, if you look at it this way, sure, there are plenty of negatives. And the fact that, listen, you don't want your voice stolen and having it somehow, digitized and used as AI. There have been cases in the past where voiceover talent have won or settled in some way when their voice was used without their permission. But, I look at also, say you're the voice of a brand and we're thankful to be the voice of that brand. For me, it would be, a television show that I'm the voice of in their promos. And so I do it, for the network here in the US. Well, guess what? If I signed a deal with AI, when that show, let's say it's The Simpsons, is run in Germany, my voice can speak in German because of AI, or French, or Italian, or, it goes on and on and on. So it opens up certain new avenues and possibilities. Right now, we're in the scary times. And like I said, I don't like to go with that fear thing. So we'll see how it all goes. We have to play it smart, obviously, and just be careful. And listen, if you do decide that you're going to lend your voice to AI and you go through the process of doing that, make sure it's a reputable firm and the contract is looked at by an attorney, making sure that you have full control of how your voice is used. I know some of the people that are doing AI, they watermark it in a way that if your AI is used, they instantly know where it was used, and they can target in on it. So that's something to keep in mind. John Grace says greetings from Washington D.C. Let's see, what is Mike here? This is a nice one. So much great advice today and for free. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Joe. It was fun to see the process in real time, and Jack Daniels' read was great. Yes, he was. Looking forward to studying with you someday. Me too, Mike. Thank you very much. Let's see here. David, so grateful that you shared your time with us. Thank you very much. Let's see what David has a question here. David Perry. What's the percentage between studio versus home recording? Oh boy, 99% home. And I'm working for a lot of different outlets, a lot of different cable network streamers, and even more, Dave, if I may call you David. I'm doing them on my own. You get the specs and what they want, but you're recording on your own, or I am at least, and doing giving them as many different takes as possible. So it's mostly in studio here at Casa Cipriano. Looking forward to your workshops, and looking forward to Mavo too. That's awesome. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate that. Can you do promo remotely? Oh no. You know what? I should have started out with that. Yes, 99% or more of promo is done remotely from your studio, from a hotel room, from the backseat of a car, from wherever you are. And that's something that's very important about promo. Listen, I look at it this way: if the network commits to you to be the voice of this show, well, you better commit to them to be available always for that show. I mean, that's a huge commitment for them to choose you to be the voice of a show on their network. You have to be available. So it means this mic that I'm talking to right now is from my remote rig, and so is this interface over here. I have a bag that's the size of a briefcase, and you guys all know this. Everything that I need is in there, and I take it with me. When I'm out of town, even if we went to visit friends this weekend, I just threw it in the car to have it, just in case you need it. If you're working on a movie, my gosh, those come up at any time. I had a call once. I was on the East Coast. My phone started ringing at 2:45 a.m. and it was Wintner who said the campaign that I had done, they need tags, just a couple of little things. It was 2:30. I'd been sleeping since 11. Yeah, how long does it take to warm up your voice and be able to do that? But you get up and you go in the booth, and thank God that we have booths. Didn't have to jump in a car and go to a studio. So there you go. Jeff says, are you able to record on your own because they specifically know and trust you, and because they know the VOs have home studios? Well, it's both. I think there has to be a trust, and you have to demonstrate that your studio is a pro studio. Okay. Your BSW travel rig goes everywhere. Isabella, that's great. I had done some travel rigs with BSW, and yeah. Oh, I love this. Here's Amy. Amy from CBS, who is a post-production supervisor in talking about doing sessions anywhere. Ben Patrick did a promo on the side of the freeway once. I did one from a parking lot in Palm Springs, and also in a grocery store parking lot in Massachusetts. It was a Fox thing. We had to do an update on a spot that was already done. They needed to change. It was a two-way spot, which is okay. It's a spot for a show, and then the show after it, and it's in one promo. And they needed to change the transition, and so the beginning of the spot, the end of the spot were done in studio at Fox, and the middle that I recorded was done in a rental car, in the back seat of a rental car in a shopping center in Massachusetts. And the mixers, audio mixers, are brilliant and extremely talented, and they can go in and manipulate it and sweeten it and do what they need to do. You would never know the difference. Greetings from Egypt. It was amazing to see how the process goes for promos. Promos are my favorite. Thank you for the insights. Well, thank you. I hope when I disconnect from here, I get to keep these comments, because I'm only getting to read the ones that are flying by here. But thank you so much. Let's see. What is this one? Is there space for international, global, accented English in this industry? There's room for everything. I mean, I always say, somebody will say, well, I have a British accent, or whatever the accent may be. Sure, you're not going to be up for every spot, but speaking of CBS, if you go to YouTube and punch in CBS promo ghosts, you'll see that those promos are done by a talent with a British accent. So there you go. There's room for everybody. And Samantha says, sounds like you have to be radio ready at all times. I bring my rig everywhere. That's very smart. Very smart. Well, guys, we're at the end of our hour. I appreciate it. Remember, if you're interested in the online 3-hour, just drop us a line at hellojoe@joecipriano.com. And I'm excited about the in-person one that I'll be doing in Hollywood. That'll be on a weekend, probably in September. There'll be more info on that. And if you're interested in that, if you're here in LA, or you would travel to LA for that class, that would just drop a line to Denise at promomasterclass.com. All right. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it. We had such a great group of people here, and I want to thank Jack Daniel for reading promo session number 2, and Isa Lopez for doing promo session type 3, reading to picture. Each of them did an awesome job. So have a great day. Go out there and book those gigs. Good luck in promos, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now.